Hey guys, the 2022 Wodapalooza Qualifiers 1 and 2 are out, and I want to go through tips and strategies and my initial thoughts and reactions to these workouts. Let's jump into it immediately. Workout number 1, it was first, I misread it at first, thinking it was just 3 hang power snatches, 3 overhead squats, and 30 double unders. I thought, well, that's it. Simple enough. Just go through that as fast as you can. But it's not that. It is super lightweight, 75 pounds for dudes, 55 pounds for ladies. But what you do in this 9-minute AMRAP is you do 3 hang power snatches, 3 overhead squats, 30 double unders, then 6, 6, 30, then 9, 9, 30, then 12, 12, 30, doing 30 double unders between every set, but the hang power snatches and overhead squats increase by 3 each round. So that changes everything. Honestly, my first thought was like, oh, I'll get through like 18 rounds of this. That's not the workout. So I think this is going to be really fun. You'll get through the 3s really quickly, through the 6s quickly, through the 9s quickly, even the 12s. Once we get to the 15s, the hang power snatches are going to get incredibly grippy, and the overhead squats are going to burn. Double unders are just going to be restful. It's maybe where we're recovering, although we will have something in our hands the entire 9 minutes, whether it's a barbell or double unders. So expect this workout to be incredibly grippy. So with regards to tips and strategies, a couple of things come to mind. One, we want to protect that grip. This is a 9-minute AMRAP. That's going to be a long 9 minutes. Your grip is going to get significantly fatigued because of something being in your hands the entire time. So I'm probably going to do, when I test these workouts this afternoon, I'm going to go ahead and break this up a little bit earlier than I normally would in my mind. So I'm probably going to go through this set of 12 unbroken, 12 snatches, 12 overhead squats, unbroken. That's fine. On the 15 is where I'm going to start breaking it up to 9 and 6 on the hang power snatches. Probably going to go unbroken for the overhead squats. Always unbroken on the double unders, of course. But the hang power snatches are going to be where that grip really starts to get just killed. When we're on the set of 18, I'll probably do something like 10 and 8. On the set of 21, probably do something like 12 and 9. I always like to get, when I'm breaking up something one time, I like to get way past the halfway mark so that I only have like 9 more in my head. On the overhead squats, I'm just going to try to grin and bear the pain in my forearms and hold that bar fairly loosely overhead, because it's a light bar. I don't need to really overly concentrate on that. This workout will require some breakups so that you don't just absolutely lose it on those hang power snatches. So by the time you get to the round of 27, we might be breaking it 3 times just to give that a reprieve. We may even have to break up those overhead squats because that volume is going to build up really quickly. So create a backup strategy, a breakup strategy, not a backup strategy. Well, you can have a backup strategy too. I record videos so often not live that I could like edit all this stuff. Now I can't edit it. So create a plan, a strategy, a breakup strategy on how you're going to get through those hang snatches. And then on the overhead squats, I think you'll be able to keep those to one set significantly longer, but at a certain point, you're probably gonna have to break those up as well. Keep those breaks minimal, like 1, 2 breaths, and then go right back to work. Also, second tip, be really quick in your transitions to the double unders. So you're gonna be fatigued, you're gonna be tired, you're gonna go walk over to that jump rope, stand up, and you're gonna wanna stand there for a few seconds. Stand up, take 1 breath, and go. That's it. Every round, 1 breath and go, and allow yourself to catch up on your breathing in the double unders. Relax your shoulders, relax your wrists, relax your forearms so that you can get some blood flow into those forearms. Breathe. Be really consistent. Just stare at one object in front of you on those double unders and let that be a break from the work. That's how I generally think of double unders, as a break from the overall work. Then set that jump rope down, make sure it's looped behind you. So all you have to do is just pick it up carefully and get right back into it. Also, tip number 3, you're never dropping this barbell. At 75 pounds, there's just no reason to drop the bar. It's going to bounce all over the place. So I will do hang snatches going right into overhead squats, but when I am breaking them up, I'm going to set that bar down so it doesn't bounce everywhere and it stays right at my shins, so that I take 1, 2 breaths, I can pick it up and get going immediately without having to chase a barbell around. And again, 75-pound barbells, depending on what plates you have on either side, they will just bounce all over the place. And we don't really want that in a workout like this, where transitions will really matter. You don't want to lose 5 to 10 seconds per transition chasing around your barbell or having to step over a bouncing barbell to get to your double unders, if that's the case. All right, that is workout number 1. Let's look at workout number 2. We have a bunch of burpees and clean and jerks. So this workout is 5 rounds. Each round is a 2-minute AMRAP with a 1-minute break in between. The elite divisions, not even going to talk about them. If you're elite and you're watching my video, I appreciate you watching it. That's really cool. You're doing 20 bar facing burpees and then some heavy, really heavy clean and jerks. If you are in the age group categories, I'll talk about my category, but these are all broken down into each individual categories. For me, we've got a buy-in of 15 bar facing burpees each round. So I have to get through 15 bar facing burpees before I go round 1 with max clean and jerks at 75 pounds. Reset, rest for a minute. Round 2, burpees and then 95-pound clean and jerks. Round 3, burpees and 135, so on and so forth. You can look at that yourself. Making this workout successful, I think, is going to be all about getting a really good amount of machine style burpee reps done. For me, this is not a workout where I'm going to just blast through burpees and then go ham on clean and jerks in those early rounds. It just doesn't make sense. This is going to compound and build over this entire workout. That 1-minute break is going to go so fast. It's going to go so fast. So I am going to do my style of burpees, which on these, we don't have to have a 2-foot takeoff. So I'm going to just get over the bar, turning the same direction every time. I'm always pivoting with the opposite leg on either side so that I'm not spinning in circles. That's just the way I like to do things. And I like to have a rhythm. I do, a burpee, step up and jump over the bar, burpee, step up over the bar. And I'll practice the fastest way to get through that. But I always think of like a rhythm in my head on how I'm getting over the bar on burpees. So find your rhythm, find your cadence, and then hold that for all 5 rounds. Obviously, the early rounds aren't going to be an overall challenge on burpees, but the latter rounds, as you get towards that 60 rep count, 75 reps of burpees, it's going to start to get pretty spicy right there. So find that cadence early, stick to that cadence, and just think of it as a drum beat as you're getting through those burpees on every round. That just helps me stay on track. On the clean and jerks, at 75 pounds, I think that's where we start. Let me just do a quick double check here. 75 pounds, it's just unbroken. It's going to be as many clean and jerks as possible with over a minute to do them. That's going to be painful. It's going to be grippy. It's going to be gross, especially because I'm going to do this just, a half hour or an hour after I do the other work. I'm doing both today to get them out of the way. So that first round, pretty much unbroken. If I'm going to rest with a 75-pound barbell, I'm going to rest with it overhead, just hanging out right there, let it rest, take a breath, and then just get back to work. I don't even need to set down the barbell. At 95 pounds, I may break up one time in that over minute of work that I have. So it's going to be a big set and either hold it overhead and take a break or just set it down, stand up, take a break, and get right back into the second round of clean and jerks in that particular second round, right? My second set of clean and jerks. At 135, I think it makes sense to do some clean touch and go. I have high temp plates. Those are going to bounce around all over the place if I drop them from overhead. Pro tip, if you have dead stop plates, those are great for workouts like this because you can do one and it drops. It just stops on the ground, pick it up and go again. It makes singles much faster. But since I don't have that, I'll probably do sets of 2, 3, maybe sets of 5. If I feel like that at that point, at a certain point, the 135, I believe, is going to turn into singles. I think at the latter part of that second minute, they're going to turn into singles. It's going to be pretty tough. Then once I get to 185, I'm doing singles, fast singles, trying to control that bar so it doesn't go all over the place. Fast singles. If I can do something like a clean and jerk every 6 seconds, maybe every 10 seconds. Every 10 seconds would get me 6. If I could get somewhere between 8 and 10 at 185, I'd be pretty happy. At 225, it's going to be a clean and jerk. And every one of these clean and jerks are all power clean and jerks immediately. Like no stopping on my shoulders. I'm going to cycle that right off my shoulders, get it overhead to keep the amount of time I have that load on my shoulders to a minimum. But if I could get 4, 5, maybe 6 clean and jerks at 225, I'd be really, really happy. But I'm going to accumulate as many reps as I can in those early rounds, as are all of us, and it's going to hurt, and it's going to make the latter rounds a little bit dirty. But that's fun. These are both really fun workouts. They're going to burn. That's just kind of what my experience with Wodapalooza has been. Is always burn. Now, if you want to see me do these videos, if you want to see full workouts for this qualifier, you're going to have to join my performance coaching group. I will post in that group Once I've done the workouts, I'll post my score and the full workout so you can see me suffer and see how I work my way through these workouts. But you got to join the performance coaching group for that one. It doesn't cost much, guys. It's just kind of a pay for access kind of thing. So anyway, thanks for watching. I love qualifier workouts like this. I think they're really good practice for obviously big events like this, Legends, as well as the games, the open, quarterfinals, semifinals. You got to get used to doing this work in front of a camera, get used to doing qualifiers, get used to the pressure of doing something virtually all by yourself in your gym with a judge helping you out. All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Next week, I believe, for the next round of qualifiers.